Hi, I am Raquel Baker.
I'm Nikki Dudley.
My name is Xiaoxing Liu.
The UNESCO City of Literature project is an interdisciplinary effort to create a public digital collection of materials about writers, their work, and their relationship to Iowa City in order to celebrate Iowa City's status as a UNESCO City of Literature. The collection features information compiled by UCOL researchers. This research can be accessed through a mobile app, allowing users to explore Iowa City research while virtually touring the city itself. Student research and learning are central to the project. In fact, the education arm of the project turns University of Iowa undergraduates into UCOL researchers. Fall 2011 commemorated our 4th undergraduate class. In these courses, students conduct traditional and new media research, exploring Iowa City's rich literary tradition, locating and photographing the haunts of its authors and scholars, and producing video interviews with and about authors writing in Iowa City. After reading a selection of works from their authors, students use the course curriculum on visual composition and storytelling to create multimedia biographies that will be included in the app. Our Fall 2011 course was headquartered in a tile classroom, where each student research team had its own computer. Easy, reliable access to display and production technology was immensely helpful in teaching new media research and in conducting hands-on technology workshops in class. In Fall 2011, the course focused on authors who were living in Iowa City so that students could experience conducting research through face-to-face interviews. Through their research, we hope that students will learn collaborative skills, gain a nuanced understanding of representation not as fact, but as composition, as a framing that itself does interpretive work. Think about how new media is changing our engagement with literature, as well as our experiences and understanding of space, home, and community, as well as explore how text and new media combine to tell stories.
Thanks, Raquel. Today, I'll be talking about a relatively new part of our research, which is citizen scholarship. This project has been a constant work in progress. There's a screenshot coming up here that's actually a preview of the web version of the app coming out soon. And one of our biggest priorities is making it more accessible to everyone and allowing many different voices to be heard. Involving students and training them to include their own research as they learn has been a great step in this process. Our scholars and student researchers have created a lot of really fantastic material. However, though they keep the collection constantly fresh through their efforts, part of our goal as a public digital humanities project is to not let it become a walled garden. We want to hear about the experiences of anyone who's interested in sharing them. Instead of just being a bibliography of authors and their works, City of Lit aspires to be a space for sharing experiences of Iowa City and its literary culture. The citizens of Iowa City, their knowledge of local place and history, and their experiences surrounding the writing program at Iowa are some of the richest resources on that history and culture, and the impact Iowa's writers have on the public. If you've read a novel by Kurt Vonnegut and have something to say about it, or you have a story to tell about your favorite Iowa author, we want to hear about it and share it with others. Soon, we plan to launch a new version of the app supporting content uploads on Apple devices. These screenshots give an idea of what the user interface will look like. This version will let users upload text, pictures, audio, and video commentary to author material where others can view it. In the future, we hope to take it a step further and support a forum model where people can comment on each other's material and have a dialogue back and forth. Rather than just a collection of neat stuff about literature, we hope for City of Lit to be a platform where people can talk about literature in Iowa City and the history and personal experiences that surround it and how it's impacted their lives. And now, Xiaoxing will tell you about some more of our future plans for UCOL.
Okay, thanks, Nikki. About gesture computing. Basically, gesture computing lets people use body language or gesture commands to interact with computer system. When you are using devices like iPhone or iPod Touch, when you are using your fingers, you're actually using gesture computing technologies. Microsoft Kinect is a successful example of applying gesture computing to home entertainment. And now we are trying to apply it to our project, the UCOL project, and furthermore to education. One proposed project is that we have the coordinates and other geo information of literal attractions in our city. This is the map presenting the locations. Imagine a scenario. Instead of using keyboard and mouse, we use body language to browse over these attractions or locations in Google Street View, like left arm for keep turning left, keep turning right, some other signs for go along this street, or okay, let's have a visit to this location. As you can see that the custom panorama will show up. This is the simple mashup with Google Street View. So what's next? Currently, researches regarding gesture computing education are limited to things like operating ebook with gesture command, with like pinch, rotate, things like that. But just copying text from paper to a screen is not enough. We need to think and redesign the learning process for the new technologies and new media. Maybe, I'm guessing a textbook like UCOL app, Informatics, is a good idea. It will be informative, interactive, and interesting.
The City of Lit app is already available for Apple devices. Find it in the iTunes Store by searching Iowa City of Lit. Find out more about the project by checking us out at dsph.uiowa.edu/vwu/UCOL/project, or contact us at cityoflitapp@gmail.com. Thanks for watching.